Let's talk about Livin Proof,
Yep.
obviously. What's that story? How did that start? How long ago?
Okay, so Livin Proof will be 12 years old in November.
Right.
Technically 12 years old in September, because the first one we ever did was for my birthday, which is in September, and then we kicked the night off after that.
Yeah.
But we always do the anniversary in November. And it started because there's 4 of us now. Me, Khalil, Raj and Budgie. And I think you met all of them.
Yeah.
Initially there was about 9 of us.
Oh wow.
Shout outs to Inca, Magdi, Bruce Wayne, Team Magic. Like there was a load of us. Where it was birthed out of, there used to be a record shop on Carnaby Street called Deal Real,
Right.
which was basically our version of Fat Beats, and it shut down in 2007. Along with the sneaker store next to it. Do you know where the Diesel store is? Just off Carnaby Street on Marlborough Court.
Ish, yeah.
So it used to be there. They knocked our haven down for this Diesel store.
So you were quite central.
Yeah. But it was a hub. So there were
Yeah.
2 benches out the front of both the shops. They were next door to each other. And any time of the day, you would go there and see 20 people hanging out. And it was the spot for anybody that was into UK hip hop music.
Okay.
Or hip hop in general in the UK. Or sneaker culture, streetwear culture, whatever. So everybody used to hang there. When they shut that down, it was like they just removed our hub.
Right.
So we went to Marketplace in the West End, which is behind Topshop. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's like a small little bar.
I have actually, yeah.
So downstairs the bar fit like 100 people, and we started throwing this event on Sundays where all of us, because we were all DJs at the time, and we were all working DJs, so we were all playing music in West End clubs that for the most part we didn't like.
Yeah.
So we were like, we just want somewhere we can play our records, the stuff that we love, all the hip hop stuff. So we started doing that, and honestly, we were splitting £100 between like 9 people.
Really?
When we started
Not making any money?
No money at all. And that £100 would just go into like the bar for the night, and we'd all just have a few drinks and just catch up.
That's nice.
It was so good. And then we were doing it every Sunday. It was never busy. We'd have like 20 people in there. There were more DJs than punters in there. And then my birthday was coming up, and I don't know, have you heard of a comedian called Doc Brown?
No.
He does a load of stuff with Ricky Gervais now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, mixed race guy. Doing really well. He's like, I think he's on like Law and Order or something now. He's on
Okay. Wow.
Sorry if I've got that wrong, but it's one of those like CSI maybe. But yeah, he's killing it now. But he used to be a rapper, and me and him shared the same birthday, so we had a joint party at Marketplace, and it was super busy. And we were just like, we need to do this monthly, and then we started doing it monthly, and it was the most organic like word of mouth thing where if you were into hip hop, you just came.
You found it.
And at that point, it was classic hip hop as well. We weren't playing, because this was in 2007, so you got to think at that time it was very like Young Money and T-Pain and all that. We weren't playing any of that stuff. We were playing like Tribe and Wu-Tang and Gangstar and Mobb Deep and all the stuff that we loved. And it got so busy. The bar was only open till 1, and we'd get there at 8 to set up, and there'd be 300 people out the front trying to get into a bar.
And what did that feel like?
It was like, those were the best Livin Proof parties we've ever done.
Really?
They were like
organic and real.
They were just amazing. Like you'd have people like standing on a table, standing on a bar.
Wow.
Like it was insane.
And this is before like Facebook promotion and shit.
We did a little promo on Facebook.
But yeah, like how were you getting word of, how was it spreading?
We had physical flyers for the first one.
Right, and you were like pasting them around.
Yeah, we gave them out. We put them in some of the record shops and whatnot. But for the most part, it was honestly just word of mouth.
Wow.
Because it was such a small venue, it was like everybody tell your friends this is what's happening on Saturday. And it was a lot of the people that used to work on Carnaby Street. So all the people that used to work in Size at that point, all the people that were like working in Bond, which was a streetwear shop around the corner. Like actually Bond might have shut at that point. But it was all that crowd. They all knew each other.
Yeah, that cool kids kind
worked at the Hideout, and like, because that whole area used to be very. You had the Vape Store, you had Hideout, which was the first place to sell like Supreme and Pata and everything. So that whole streetwear community was very much based around Carnaby Street.
Yeah.
So everybody in those stores used to come, and they'd all tell their friends. So it was kind of like, it was a cool kids kind of thing, but it was also like,
but in an organic way.
Yeah, it wasn't
just like genuinely cool kids, not like we need cool kids at our
party. Exactly. yeah, it wasn't in any way contrived, because these kids were hip hop heads. They were real hip hop heads. They weren't just following you know, whatever popular.
And you created a space for people who genuinely wanted to hear this sort of thing.
And they were also all the people that were hanging out in the shop beforehand, and so yeah, it started like that, and it just the way we just kept moving to bigger venues was just because it just kept outgrowing the venues we were in. So we moved to Concrete. First we moved to Camp in Old Street, and then we moved to Concrete, and then we started doing XOYO.
And Concrete is in Shoreditch.
Yeah.
My cousin took me to that one when I first moved to London.
Oh wow, okay.
And it was like, I was like, oh, this is what I want. Like is London. This is a London that I want. And then now that he sees me playing it, he can't believe it. Like he's like in his 30s, so he really
amazing.
like.
And he lives here?
No, he's actually moved to Melbourne. Crazy, but he's from here, and so like I feel like I understand how important Livin Proof is because of the way that I see how excited he gets about it and how he would take me to it and stuff like that.
That's a really nice story, actually.
Yeah.
It's nice when you can see those kind of things come like full circle, and I don't know, when stuff like that happens, I always think that it's important to, no matter how hard on yourself you can be, because all of us, we get so hard on ourselves, we're always like, oh, you know, I should be doing this, I should be doing more. I think remembering those things, like, God, when I first got here, like, all I wanted to do was play this party, now I'm playing a party, like, you know. And I think there's so many of those little things, even for me, when I think back about my career, like, shit, if you would have told 15-year-old me that I'd be in a space with this person or that person or working with this person, I'd have jumped out a window, you know. So
but then when you're there, it feels relative and it sort of goes over your head.
And it's always really important to just check yourself and remember, like someone said this to me once, and I don't know if it's, I don't want it to sound arrogant or but like, people like us, we're not the norm. Like the way we like live our life, we're not normal in that sense. And I don't mean that in a positive or a negative way. Like,
no, it's kind of scary. Like sometimes I'm like, fuck, can I just maybe be a social worker and just like know what's happening every day? Exactly.
And it's not to say it's good or bad, because it can be both, but it's definitely not the norm. And I feel like the way you have to look at life and the way you make decisions, it's not like how normal people do it at all. So it can be hard for people to relate.
Commended for it every now and then. So 12 years is a really long time.
I think it's the longest. I think we've had the longest run in Hip Hop Night. Doctor's Orders definitely started before us, but Doctor's Orders as a company is older than Livin Proof, but I don't think they've had the same night that's gone. Like, they do different nights, so they'll do different themed nights. I don't know if the night that they started with maybe 14 years ago, I don't think they do that night anymore. I think they do other ones.
But that's such a long time. What has it been like? Have there been dips? Like,
never.
Time? Really?
That's the thing. It's only ever just got busier and busier.
Oh my god. So there's not really been moments where you're like, this is dying off, we need to stop?
Every month, because we're all like highly neurotic. So every month we're like, oh my god, we haven't sold enough tickets. This is going to be the dead one. This is it, guys. This is it. It's over for us. And then we panic, and then it's rammed and we sell out. And it's never got to the point. Actually, I tell a lie. Last year we had a quieter summer
because it was really hot.
But at the same time, nobody coming to the nights would have noticed it was quieter. We judged it as quieter in a sense of there was a time where we would sell out our parties 2 weeks before the party. I can imagine. And then we started selling out at the last minute, and we're like, oh, okay, what's going on? But if you were coming to the party, it was still rammed. So it was never we've never had a dead party, I don't think.